Sampradayas not too much understand what is the relation between Radha and Krishna. Because directly their marriage is not described. Even that discussion came in Galta. Sri Sampradaya said, there's no proof of the marriage of Radha Krishna, this relationship is illegal. So very much confidential, so much misunderstood. So, Jaya Jaya Ujvala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sa Parikya Bhavaja Brajita Praja. In Vrindavan, what is preached from here, this is called Parikya Bhav. Parikya means belonging to someone else. But actually Radha Krishna are Swakya by Tattva. Radha and Krishna are Ekatma. Radhika Puna Shakti Krishna Puna Shakti Mam Dui Bastu Bed Nahi Shastra Pariman. All scriptures say there's no difference between Radha and Krishna, Shakti Matora Bed. Like there's no difference between sun and sunlight, there's no difference between energy and the energetic. But if there's no difference, how can you taste? Can chocolate taste itself? Can nectar taste itself? To taste something, you have to be different from it. Therefore, even though there's no difference, the Ekatma, still Yogamaya, she is very astonishing. She is the Leela Shakti. She makes the impossible possible. She makes difference. This increased the taste for Krishna, increased the taste for Radhika herself. So, we heard before, when we went to the place of Vrishabhanupur, then Mother Yasoda, Vashana, Mother Yasoda always meditating. Oh really, of all the girls in Braj, Taruna, then the best of the Tarunis, the best of the fresh young girls is Radhika. If she could marry my Kanaya, then how happy would Kanaya be? So Mother Yasoda always meditating like that. One day she became so enthusiastic, so happy, by force she took Radhika's hand and covered with turmeric, means marriage is fixed. So actually when this news came to Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he also became, who could be a better match for my Radhika than the dark complexioned Sri Krishna? So everyone very happy, of course, he said the perfect match, but Yogamaya, she came in the middle. Yogamaya works astonishingly. Because if Radha Krishna married, then what's the difference between Vaikuntha and Braj? What's the difference between Ayodhya and Braj? Some speciality should be there. So even though everything was fixed and ready, then Yogamaya, she's like the guru of Braj. If everyone bow their head to her decision, this astrology is not matching. This is called Mangalik. Like if there's a Mangalik in constellation in the marriage, right, Padabja, then some early death will be there, some disaster. So Yogamaya stopped. No, this marriage is not fitting, astrologically not matching, inauspicious. And when Yogamaya speaks, then everyone have to bow their head. So Radhika was forced to marry Abhimanyu, Mr. Abhiman, and his brother Durmukh, ugly face. Durmad. Durmukh kona? So, so Durmad, that is married to Ananga Manjari. So Yogamaya, this is Abhiman. Abhiman means just a conception. In Goloka Vrindavan, there's no Abhimanyu. But here, that conception, Radhika thinking, I belong to someone else. That conception takes the form of Abhimanyu. So he's like a special creation of Yogamaya. And of course, who can forget his beloved Jatila and Kutila? Actually, there's so much important than mentioned in the first verse of the Bhagavatam. No? Kuhaka nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhime. No? That is, we should always meditate on Radha Krishna, even though there's some impediments may be there. That impediments mean Jatila and Katila. So there's so much important. Vyasadeva mentioned them in the first verse of the Bhagavatam. They're here to make obstacles, they're here to increase taste. Because when something is very difficult to get, then how relishable it comes. Like Chaturmas, 4 month, no eggplant. So on the full moon, when that eggplant comes, too much water in the mouth, cannot speak. Yes, no, I'm just saying. After full moon. No? that vegetable which is not white. So when something very ordinary thing, that vegetable is easy to get, but when normal, then you don't take any attention to it. But when it's very hard to get, becomes so relishable. Like I heard in the Second World War, the Germans blocked off Petersburg. No, so even one loaf of bread, which normally cost nothing, 10 cents, 20 cents, became like $100, $200. So when something is very difficult to be get, it becomes very supremely relishable. So Yoga Maya makes this. If Radha Krishna married, then not easy for them to meet. So to increase the difficulty of meeting, to increase taste and vichitri, some astonishment in the pastimes, Yoga Maya arranged this astonishing thing. Radhika would be married to someone else, Abhimanyu. So, Yavat. So, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he married off his daughter and they came here. This palace actually, this was made by Vrishabhanu Maharaj. He had so much affection for Radharani. And here Radharani is here surrounded by Jatila Kutila, many so-called unfavorable elements. And very hard for Krishna to meet, very hard for Radhika to meet. So this Parike Ras, most people not understand. This, of course, in the material world, illicit relationship between a man and an unmarried woman, this is the lowest thing. This is the thing most punishable by Yamaraj, the lowest of all activities. But the spiritual world is the opposite. So what is lowest in this world becomes the highest in the spiritual world. So it cannot be dirty, it cannot be contaminated. It should also not be misunderstood. Kurunam kurumai kurunam badite sanaka sanatana varnita charite. He said if one is disturbed by material desires, one can pray to the four Kumaras for relief. So the four Kumaras are the topmost brahmacharis. They're always meditating on Radhika. So she cannot be any material thing or any impure thing. So many pastimes are here. No. Yes. Huh? So, especially Durvasa Rishi, very famous saint, partial expansion of Mahadev. So the gopis are teaching us without sadhu seva, no one can achieve Krishna's association. So the gopis went to Durvasa Rishi's ashram there, just opposite Mathura, the other side of the Yamuna. They took hundreds and hundreds of preparations. This is big katha, but they went there. How to cross the river? That river was in flood. Then Krishna said, you have to chant the mantra. Krishna is always a brahmachari. Gopis said, okay. They chanted the mantra, they crossed the river, they fed Durvasa millions of preparations. Durvasa ate everything, and then he blessed them. Radhika, I'm very pleased by your seva. Anything you cook will taste like nectar, and whoever eats your cooking will never be defeated, will have long life, good health, like this. So Radhika got that blessing of Durvasa. Then the gopis asked, how to cross the Yamuna again? There's another mantra, Durvasa Niraha. Durvasa never eats anything. Gopis chanted, came back. They asked Krishna, a brahmachari means who never sees a woman, never touches a woman, never thinks of a woman. This is brahmachari. But Krishna, you come from a woman, and we know your character. How you are brahmachari? Then Krishna says, no, the gopis are like my own self, my own body. If a sannyasi touches his own leg, his sannyas is not broken, but he touches someone else, problem comes. So gopis are my own body, own self. If I'm doing pastimes with myself, my brahmachari is never lost. Gopis laughed, but how does Durvasa never eat anything? Then Krishna said, Durvasa knows nicely he's not the body. Body is eating, but Durvasa never eats. So this way, so this word spread. Radhika got this benediction from Durvasa Rishi. So Brajarani Yasoda, she calls Radhika every day, you come and cook. And Jatila and Kutila, a little greedy, therefore to grease the wheels of justice, Yasoda gives so many donations of gold, saris, cows, like this. So every day, Jatila and Kutila send their daughter-in-law for cooking. But Jatila means like a dreadlock, we call in Hindi, Jata. A dreadlock where begins, where ends, and once you go in, cannot come out. So her mind is like that, Jatila. And her daughter-in-law, Kutila. Kutila means crooked. So no steadiness is there. Always they're doing something wonderful.
Jatila means also difficult.
Jatila means difficult. So
Jatil, very difficult to understand.
Jatil means difficult. When she's going to go which way, no one knows. Even she don't know. How will anyone else know? No? So Jatila came in her mind, this is very wrong, very nonsense. Why my daughter-in-law will go and cook in the house of another man? This is destroying our reputation. This is destroying the reputation of my Radhika. Actually, Jatila and Kutila have so much affection for Radhika. They want to protect her reputation. For that reason, They're always abusing Krishna and speaking badly about him. But they have so much affection for Radhika. And who wouldn't? Radhika, the reservoir of all good qualities. So Jatila came in her mind, my daughter will not go outside, she will never go there, and if Yasoda makes any problem, we'll just pack our bags and leave Vrindavan. The world's a big place, we'll go somewhere else. So somehow this came in the mind with Jatila's Abhimanyu also happy, supporting. So Radhika could not go and cook. Every day she goes to Nandagaon for cooking for Krishna. So when Radhika could not go 1 day, 2 days, then all Braj became disturbed. Because all Sakis Manjaris walk with Radhika, they also have so much bliss doing kirtan on the way to Nandagaon. That stopped, everything stopped. So, Radhika without seva to Krishna, then she feels this body is like a heavy burden. No? So, her life and soul is Krishna seva. Therefore she's called Sevarani, the queen of all seva. No? She's the source of Braja Prem. So without seva, even though she inspires, she's the guru of Braj, still without her personally doing seva, Radhika never feel happy. No. So like it came like one fever, the fever of separation. So she was lying there like, I don't know, what's a high fever, 44, 43. Then Vishaka and Lalita know all this. They told, Radhika has been bitten by a snake. She saw one jewel on the ground, she went to pick it up, but this jewel was on the head of a big black serpent who bit Radhika. Now she is about to lose her life. So Jatila and Katila came running, weeping. Oh Radhika, don't leave, you're so much qualified, what will happen to us? So much weeping for Radhika, no? Then Lalita and Vishaka, some village, we didn't have to call one snake charmer. What's that called in? Oja. Oja means by mantras and by all this stuff they can take out snake poison. We have to call an Oja. Then someone went, well, Krishna is very famous as being the most famous Oja in Braj. Remember, he killed Agasur. Remember, he defeated Kalya. So there's no one in Braj more qualified than Krishna to remove the snake poison. Then Radhika hearing this, no, that black fellow should never come near me. Even I see him from a distance, I will leave my body. So I will not see him. And Jatila and Katila begging, no, Radhika, this is like emergency situation. Don't worry, we'll protect you. No, Radhika, everyone's always criticizing me. I have no relation with that black fellow. But everyone whispering rumors, this is worse than death. I tell you strongly, if that black fellow comes here, I will give up my body. So Jatila and Katila weeping, then what to do? Then the Sakis had already made one plan before. Gargacharya, a very famous astrologer, very famous Purohit in Mathura. So he has one daughter. She lives in Varanasi, but she'll just come visiting for a few days. Definitely because she is the daughter of Gargacharya. She will know all these secret mantras and everything. We can call her. So the Sakis became, yes, Jatila and Katila said, quickly bring her. So the Sakis went and brought, what's her name? Gargi. But this was? Vidyavali. Two daughters of Gargacharya.
One is
Gargi and one is Vidyavali.
That is not Garga's daughter, but the false making daughter. Because that is Krishna. That's for Leela.
So they quickly changed the birth certificate. Gargacharya all of a sudden had an extra daughter that no one had heard before. Vidyavali. Who is that? Krishna. So Krishna is so much beautiful. When he came in Mohini form, everyone bewildered. So when he comes as Brahmani, then who is not enchanted? So they ran and brought, then Jatila and Katila ran to welcome. Then Vidyavali said, I heard in this Braj, there is a very low-class debauchee named Kanaya, Krishna. I heard his glance is always moving over the young girls of Braj, but I tell you, we come from aristocratic family. We are not like you low-class gopis. So I tell you, if that lusty fellow looks at me, I will give up my body. Then Jatila and Katila like, don't worry, Vidyavali, we will protect you. And they're holding him very tightly in the middle and guarding, make sure Krishna is not there, but Krishna is right there. No, how much Rasik. So they're bringing him. Then Krishna said, now I will have to try the mantras. So you're doing nonsense mantras and this not working. I will have to massage the poison out. So he's starting with the feet of Radhika. But Radhika cannot object because Jatila and Katila are watching. So Krishna, like beginning from the lotus feet, massaging. He said, I'm bringing the poison out by massage. Anyway, what Krishna doing, who can imagine? Again and again. And then Radhika, touched by Krishna, how much ecstatic she feels, how much happy, tears are flowing, body is shaking. Jatila and Kutula said, look, the poison's coming out. It's working. Keep massaging like this. So such a situation, no, Krishna doing this right in front of Jatila and Kutila. Anyway, again, poison, but Krishna cannot bring the poison out through the body. But again and again, he trying. Then he said, this is not working. There's another way. I can give my betel nut remnants in the mouth of Radhika. This may work. Do you have any objections? Jatila said, no, we are very purified if the remnants of the Brahmanas come to us. We are so much faithful. So Krishna giving that remnants to Radhika, how giving, who knows, but he giving like that. But still, that poison is not going. Then Vidyavali said, this is a very serious situation. Like mantra, Gayatri, you cannot chant publicly, you have to do secretly. So there's a secret mantra, but I cannot do here. I have to do alone. So take your daughter in there and no one come in. So Radha Krishna going in that room, Jatila and Katila guarding to make sure Krishna is not coming and disturbing. But of course Krishna is inside. 45 some time they're in there enjoying their lila. Then Krishna doing one wonderful thing. Krishna doing his voice as Vidyavali and the voice of a mystic snake. So, oh snake, come here. Then in the voice of a snake, yes, how can I serve you? Like that. Please tell us, what is the fault of Radhika that you have bitten her? Then the snake said, I am from Kailash. My Lord is Lord Shiva. So actually I cannot finish Radhika. She has no fault. She is very pure and innocent. Her mind never go to any other man. So I cannot kill her. Then why you bite her? Actually this is all the fault of Jatila, Kutila and Abhimanyu. Then Kutila, they're hearing all this from the door. No? Why? What fault are they doing? They're always criticizing Krishna.
Also, bad name given to other.
Always criticizing Krishna is very good, he has very good character, but they're always speaking bad about him. Also, Krishna, he is the Ishtadev of Lord Shiva. So when you criticize like Shiva's Ishtadev, Shiva's Guru, then Shiva become too angry. Then Shiva send me here. Okay, he send you here, but why you bite Radhika? You should just kill Jatila and Kutila. Then Snake said, I cannot kill Jatila, Kutila and Abhimanyu. Why? Because Radhika is so chaste. As long as she is alive, I cannot finish them. So first I'll finish Radhika. She will die a slow, painful death. Then Jatila and Kutila will be very restless. They will suffer unlimitedly before they die. Then I'll bite Abhimanyu and kill him as well. So Jatila and Kutila hearing all this is all our fault? Hi. Then they're too much shouting, oh, Snake God, please save us. We are very sorry. It's quite well known, my mother, Kutila is speaking, my mother is fully crazy. Everyone in Braj know that. So please don't take her words seriously. Then mother says, yes, that's a little bit true, but the crazy one is my daughter. She is the full crazy one. I am just half. And Abhimanyu, yes, I'm also nuts. We are doing all this. Oh, Shiva, please spare us. Oh, Snake God, please spare us. We promise we will never ever again stop Radhika from going for cooking, and we promise we will never criticize Krishna. Until next time. In this way there is so much lamenting and weeping, and inside you could imagine Radha Krishna how much relishing all this. But then they opened their door, they saw Radhika, of course, again in the association of Krishna, like fully energetic, fully blossoming, fully attractive. Then they became very happy, everything was cured. Vidyavali was about to leave. They give her many donations. Thank you. But when she was leaving, they said, wait, no guarantee the poison is fully out. No. What happens if you go? Then this poison comes back somehow. Maybe there's a little bit in the corner and it comes back. Then Radhika's life will be taken and we have to call you from Mathura. So I think just to be safe, you should spend one night here. Just here on the same bed as Radhika. Any medical emergency, you can be ready. Then Krishna said, I'm very busy, I have no, please, again and again they bowing at his feet and touching his feet, please, you stay. Like this. Then Radhika watching all this, she thinking, how clever is my Priyatam, how rasik is Krishna. In front of, normally they cannot smell, even the smell of Krishna's fragrance, even his name they cannot tolerate. Like you put salt on a snail, how much burning, but how amazing. Jatila and Katila, they are begging for him to stay here with me. So one night Radha Krishna stayed there. So these old Vedi and many, who can count millions and millions of pastimes here. So this Lila Madhuri, four special qualities of Krishna. This Lila Madhuri is there, and one of the main causes, this is Jatila and Kutila. No? So when we come here, we do pranam to Radha Krishna, but also do pranam to Jatila and Kutila, because so much dear to Manjari is so much dear to Jatila and Kutila also. No? They're like Radhika's shadow. So Jatila and Kutila know they're always serving my Radhika, so also she have so much affection for Rupa and Rati Manjari's all this. No? So Didi says, when we come without their permission, we have no place. So also doing one pranam to Jatila and Kutila.